Terrence Howard, he's now speaking out again about men kissing men for TV. Terrence, I'm going to reach out to invite you on my show because I hope you're not becoming our resident homophobe. Because now every time I log on to social media, it's something that you have to say about what gay people are doing to try to turn you straight or turn you gay or, the perils of Hollywood. Now, look, I'm all for people telling their story. And I'm sorry, if you were somebody who they were trying to put your lips around a cucumber, then you should tell your story. I don't know your lived experience. I would love to interview you. You are one of my favorite, well, not really, but I do really like you and I like your films and I like you as an actor. But as a person now, I'm starting to go, because you blasted Diddy for allegedly trying to smash you. Now you're back saying that, you're heterosexual, which let me give you a round of applause because you're still heterosexual. Give him a round of applause because that's all he wants people to know. He is not letting nobody play with his booty hole or his pickle. Okay, we are glad that you are still a heterosexual with no homosexual interest. Because a few episodes back, we had to let you guys know that Terrence was calling out Hollywood elites and men who give up their manhood, like Rob, for roles and success. Yeah, Rob gave up his manhood to get this job.
Rob
definitely did not.
That shit was gone a long time ago. Well, he even what is giving up your manhood? That part is
so ridiculous.
What does that mean? Like, I really need to know for those of you watching, and those of you in the hood who are giving it up to the trans.
Ooh.
What does giving it up mean?
He said it in plain English. He basically said that if you are gay or if you have sex with a man, you are no longer a man. Like it's ridiculous. I don't understand.
So do we give up our manhood?
I guess so. I guess we're no longer men.
But can't you say that as a woman, like if I sleep with a man to get a job, then that's giving up my womanhood too? You could say the same thing, like in a heterosexual way. I think it just came out really like.
No, if you did that, if you just did that, you was just a hoe.
Okay, so
no, I'm just playing. I know. But I don't even believe that. First of all, I don't think anybody should give up anything for anything.
Correct.
So let's just say that. The hardest thing when you do have things that people want is fighting off the people who try to put themselves in position for you to give them something for something they think you want to later turn around and say that you did it. Y'all, this is crazy. Now, I don't know if that's what Diddy was doing because maybe he had a little bit too much Pete's rock. And when you walked through the door, he said, squirting you with the baby. I don't know what was going on over there at Diddy house. But here's the deal. I don't understand what giving up your manhood is. Brokeback Mountain, one of the most beautiful love stories of how real life shit be going down, did not take Jake Gyllenhaal's manhood. Now, you can go back and do your research. If you're black and don't know who Jake Gyllenhaal is, push pause, go Google, go back and watch it. Heath Ledger, his co-star, is dead now. It's a whole thing. Go watch it. He didn't die because of that. He died for something else. Well, I don't know what giving up your manhood is. So somebody in the comments help me out. Now, he even claimed that he truly believed that Diddy wanted to sleep with him. Now, although his comments rubbed some people...
Set up.
I think Ariella be setting me out, right? Although his comments rubbed people the wrong way, Terrence doubled down and said that he was launching a podcast where he plans to expose Hollywood, the studios, agencies, executives, podcasters, everybody. And now he's telling Bill Maher that he would cut his lips off if he ever had to kiss a man on screen. Now, the conversation began as Terrence revealed that the biggest mistake of his career was turning down the lead role in the Smokey Robinson biopic, a role that Smokey himself personally asked him to take on. Terrence said that he passed because he was already deep in talks with Lee Daniels about portraying Marvin Gaye in a different project, but things didn't pan out because he left that role after getting some key info about Marvin Gaye's sexuality during a visit to Quincy Jones' house. Pause. Before we even get into that, what went down at Quincy's house? Marvin was doing something at Quincy's house?
No, I think he was saying Quincy Jones was telling him about...
Nah, Google that so we can get those facts. But listen to what he said about the whole Marvin Gaye thing. Listen.
And Marvin Gaye was like, you would have been perfect as Marvin Gaye. And that is a story that needs to be told.
You know what happened with that. I was over at Quincy Jones' house. I'm not dropping names. I'm just giving credibility to what I'm saying.
No, never drop names. De Niro told me that.
Yeah, so but I'm asking Quincy, I'm hearing rumors that Marvin was gay. And Marvin was gay. And I'm like, was he gay? And Quincy's like, yes.
Oh,
He went around it with everything. And I was like, no. And I'm like, I could not.
I just feel like there's gay for real, and then there's a point where guys get so much pussy, they're just like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, well, it would have been that, but they would have wanted to do that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that. It
Well, you mean you couldn't kiss a guy on screen in a
No,
movie?
no.
Not even, yeah.
No, because I don't fake it. I
Right.
literally, it has to.
I couldn't kiss a man either. That's
it's-
true. And that does
that
not.
would fuck me. I
does
would,
not
I
make
would cut
me-
my lips off.
Yeah, no.
I would.
Okay,
If I kiss some man, I would cut my lips
well,
off.
I would not do that. But it does not make me homophobic to not want to kiss a man. Just like lots of gay men are like pussy, yuck. You know, I mean, that's okay. We all have our own, no one
That's
wants
fine.
to tell you
do
how
what
to.
you love to do, but don't do it
Exactly.
at me. Don't aim it at me. And I can't play that character
Right. No,
100%. I can't.
right.
I can't surrender myself
Right.
to a place that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And so that's the end part of that story of what I had
Well,
to
I can
let
understand. I can understand it. I'm just not of it. I mean, I could certainly understand men attracted to men. I mean, homosexuality is in nature. Animals. There are animals. Many, many, many animals.
go. Yeah, the bonobo. The
What?
bonobo monkey.
So what say ye?
I am so annoyed because, like you said earlier, I really do love the body of work of Terrence Howard, not his films.
The body.
His films. I do love his work, and it's disappointing to hear him say things like this. To me, like, you would pass up the opportunity to play one of the most legendary musicians in history because of his choice of his sexuality. And this also could have been a platform for you to be in a role, because quite often when people are performing these biopics, it propels their careers to another level. And to say I don't understand gay people, so I could never play a gay character, is absurd, because you're an actor. Like, this is what I'm pursuing to be on the level of a Terrence Howard. But if I'm going to play a serial killer, I don't profess to have to be a serial killer to play one. Like, that is ridiculous to me.
So if you went up for a role that required you to kiss a man, would you?
Yes, because it's just telling a story. It's telling us, but it's telling a story.
Okay, if you had to play a role where you had to eat a woman's vagina.
I've done that before in real life, but yes, I would do that. So to me,
Allegedly.
but so to me, it's I can't wrap my mind around that way of thinking. Denzel just did it. He just did it. Like, these are legends in acting. So do you think less of Denzel Washington for choosing to do that? Like, come on. Will Smith.
Okay, so I was Googling, and it says Marvin Gaye and Quincy Jones both lived in the same house, and Quincy Jones confirmed to Terrence Howard that Marvin Gaye was gay, but Marvin Gaye never really publicly, which we know, confirmed his sexuality. But for this, it's just like, for me, disrespectful to Quincy Jones and Marvin Gaye, because Quincy just passed in November. So it's like, clearly, why are you telling these stories now, speaking on the dead? And it's fine if he wants to stand on business and not kiss a man, but just to say the whole story and whatever, it's like, now it's weird.
Well, let me say this in all defense on that point, because I will defend you, Terrence. I'll be fair. I'm a fair shooter. Pop out. Quincy Jones was messy as hell. There was an interview Quincy did that was iconic. You have to go back and read it. It was like one of those things where, like, I'm about to die, so I'm just going to say everything. He put everybody's tea on the streets. Quincy, I met Quincy one time. I didn't get a chance to see you. I didn't get a chance to see you, Quincy, before you died, to tell you that I lived for you, because you spilled the tea so hot, it burned my mouth. Well, speaking of burning mouths, Terrence, just because you kiss a man as an actor doesn't mean that you're going to catch oral gonorrhea. Just go through the experience of being an actor. Crash was a great movie that I loved. You were a storyteller. I fell in love with the story that you all were telling as we were crashing into one another. And in life, you're going to crash into homosexuals because they're all over. There's 3 in the room. There's 4 in the room out of 5 people.
I'm the 5th.
Johnny, you there? You see what I mean? Like,
I'm representing
we're
for the
all here.
streets.
And so, again, like, damn, we got a lot of gay people on our staff.
Yes.
We do?
I'm a lone soldier every day.
Andrew. Cool.
That's an Andrew.
Gucci. No, it's like my dog. Look, Terrence, man, disappointed in you, but look, stand on what you believe. But on one hand, I will say, if Diddy
Allegedly
was trying to stuff his meat in you,
Oh my God.
I get it. Then I get why you would feel personally attacked. Because I have a friend named Brandon. Now, hey, Brandon. Brandon is serious about being straight. And even though he's been with me in spaces where I have gone, and a lot of our straight friends have gone with us to gay clubs or whatever, my friends that see us don't see me as gay, or they coexist. Brandon is one who's been with me in spaces that, he may not ever go to on his own. And then after he's done once or twice, he's decided that he doesn't want to go in those spaces anymore. And that's okay. It doesn't turn me off because he doesn't feel comfortable. If you're put in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, or forced in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, and then you have a reaction to it, if you're really heterosexual, I could understand the ignorance to a certain degree, but to continuously verbalize it, it's almost like there was something happened to you that has now triggered this. I would cut my lips off if I had to play a part, like to play a person. I don't. That's a bit extreme to me.
It's so extreme. Like the cutting off the lips is the thing that's driving me crazy.
It's almost like you detest gay people so much that if I had to do it in a film where it wasn't even real, I would cut my lips off.
Like I can't wrap. You passed up the opportunity to play Marvin Gaye because you didn't want to kiss a man on the lips. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just absurd.
Also, like, I was thinking that too. This is the second time now we're kind of talking about a similar story with Terrence in like 1 month. Wasn't it like a couple weeks ago we talked about
I just said.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's a little strange to me, like protest something no one even questioned on him. So like, I think there is something deeper.
How you doing?
Talk to your therapist about it.
Or mine. All right, anyway, good luck, Terrence.